Hello everyone, LRon here with part 5 of my NGN Dark Souls run. So I have reversed my hollowing and now I am human for the first time. And so I'm summoning Beatrice, going in, and I decided to switch to the starting shield because that has a higher magic defense. Actually, it has a higher magic defense than the shield that I normally would bring in. I'm not sure about the Dragon Crest shield now that I think about it. I'd have to double check the stats there. Confirmed, this crappy starting shield has more than double the magic resist than the Dragon Crest shield, so definitely a good way to go. Now, which Beatrice took forever to get here and is almost dead, probably because she decided to fight that one golem that we skipped. I mean, the golems aren't necessarily difficult, but sometimes people do find challenge in them, so I decided for NGN purposes, it's probably better to just skip it. Because Beatrice did eventually get here, and she doesn't take that much damage when you think about it. So as long as you could just keep yourself alive while waiting for her to get here, and then occasionally toss some fireballs if you're feeling like speeding up the process and think that you're good enough to do so. So here we are going to get ourselves a key and an ember. And we had already automatically got the soul of the moonlight butterfly, so we already got what we really want. But might as well pick up this other stuff. So now we are going to equip our normal stuff back. And I'm going to now duplicate the moonlight butterfly soul. So the interesting bit about doing this for non-homeward purposes is you can actually chain it together, so the animation of consuming the moonlight butterfly soul can be used in the place of the animation for swinging the axe. You still need to swing the axe or whatever your primary weapon is, so axe until you get Boulder Side Sword technically, and then Boulder Side Sword once you get that. You'll still need to swing that to get the ball rolling, but once you got that in place, you can keep the cycle rolling virtually perpetually. Occasionally you'll see the dark sign message, and that's just a messing up in timing or order of button presses. Generally speaking, you know, you don't want to say yes to the dark sign one, because that means that all of the souls and humanity you have at the moment will be destroyed, which isn't the end of the world given the fact that we can just dupe it back. The bigger thing to worry about is accidentally saying yes to the item you're trying to not consume at the very beginning of a chain. So before you're in a loop, there is a chance that your timing is so off that you don't even go to the pause menu and try to activate the dark sign. And so if you get into that state and say yes there, then you basically just consumed your item like normal. I've lost maybe 4 Firekeeper souls in my lifetime doing that. And I've also lost a soul of Gwen doing that. With one of the characters I decided to just mess around with and not do anything serious with. So, yeah, I mean, it's mildly tedious, but you probably don't want to be distracted with, like, music or talking to someone, because that will make you complacent and willing to just say yes to anything. And you might say yes to a dark sign, you might say yes at the beginning of a chain, which will consume the item instead of doing the whole prevention. But in any case, yeah, just know that there are mild risks to doing the duplication. If you're not careful about which pop-ups you say yes to and what the circumstances are. So it's like, oh, a sunburst sign. That's weird. Of course, it's probably only weird at this point because I'm human for the first time in a while here. So I pick up the Firekeeper soul and I start duplicating that in the same way that I duplicated souls, because we want humanity for the item discovery. So we technically could have stopped there, but I decided might as well get ourselves nice and beefed up defensive-wise. And yeah, I kind of got the advanced warning about that invader, because you can't dark sign while the invader's around, so my chain got broken and I couldn't start the chain again, and I was getting confused. And eventually I put two and two together. Yeah, so this guy tumbles through all of my pyromancies, and what ultimately gets me killed is that Sunbro that we saw outside places his sign right at my feet, and I try to summon him. That works out a lot better in 2 than in 1. You know, trying to ninja in a summon. So in any case, I do die to this guy, and my invasion count goes to 0 of 1. And the side benefit of that, I guess, is I'll be hollow again, so I don't have to worry about invaders pretty much ever again until I decide that I need to employ the services of a NPC Sunbro. We'll certainly want that for the Four Kings, because the Four Kings is kind of just a big DPS war. And there we go. That douchebag cleric guy left his sign and made me distracted long enough to get killed. Now, also, you've probably noticed I haven't put anything into increasing my health yet. It's kind of a life choice, I guess. I understand the game enough to not really need the hit points at this point, except for, you know, invaders and random stuff that's, you know, kind of just beyond our control. But in any case, I'm just going for enough endurance for, you know, the equip load to be under 25%, and then dexterity up until 40. Eventually we'll want it to be 45, but we can get all 3 of our primary stats to 40 before going to 45. 45 is when the spellcasting speeds end, and 40 is when the weapons stop gaining benefits. So that's going to be it for this video. I will see you next video. Good luck, have fun.